Alright y'all, I've been doing my research. You know that website I told you guys about a few videos back that compares every single attribute? Well, I'm on this site, and through hours and hours of intense arguments and deliberation, I think I've decided on the 5 position and archetypes that'll land the best amount of success. Now, they're trying to make this game real RPG-like, right? So you can't make a playmaker that can do everything or a glass cleaner that can do everything. This year, you can only really do one thing really well and then everything else just a little bit well. And so when you're putting together your team, you don't want a bunch of shot creators, all shot creators or all slashers. You want variety, because then you can strike at any level. People you don't know. That'd be a team that's really fucking difficult to protect. So let me go through this. I'm gonna start off with point guard and shooting guard, alright? So for point guard and for shooting guard, point guard can either be a shot creator or a sharpshooter. We'll go with shot creator. And this one is obviously gonna be the alternate, which is gonna be sharpshooter. You need yourself both of these fucking positions to succeed. It's not even a question. Where there are, whether they're small forward, shooting guard, or point guard, that's for you to decide, but these 2 positions are necessary. Now, it makes a little bit more sense for a shot creator to be point guard because his shoot off the dribble is 25. And so if he's coming off a pick, he can fade off that pick and splash the ball. A sharpshooter really has to be like catch and shoot type player. So it makes more sense, but you can do it either way. A shot creator is a necessity, and I'm gonna explain why. So if we choose just a 6-foot point guard, let's go 6-foot point guard, and since I have a 6'5" shooting guard sharpshooter, I'll go with 6'5" for that. So these are the 2 positions that we have to start off our team as point guard and shooting guard. The off the dribble shot 3 is fucking 94. I think it's weird in 2K how you, as a shot creator, you literally have a better shot off balance than you do when you're spotting up and you're really prepared for the shot, which doesn't make sense, but it's the way the game is. And so for a player to be shooting off the dribble, it's so fucking valuable, and that's gonna be easily the most valuable asset that he's gonna have. And more important, maybe not more importantly, but just on an equal level, he's a very quick player as well. 90 speed, 90 acceleration, 87 vertical, athletic, quick, and can shoot the ball. Now, he's not gonna be too great at spotting up. He'll be decent at that. The open shot 3 is a 70, open shot mid-range is a 79. So that's where the shot creator lacks. But right where the shot creator lacks, the sharpshooter is gonna fucking pick up. So obviously you're gonna have the max 25 3-point shot. If you have a default wingspan, you have a 91 standing 3, whether you use a stretch player, a stretch power forward, or you use any of the sharpshooters, it's gonna be 91. But as you reduce your wingspan, my character has a 94 standing 3. And then if you add the 5+ attribute boost that you can use now in 2K17, you have a 99 3. And if we take a look at these badges, a deep range deadeye, limitless range, catch and shoot, corner specialist, mid range deadeye, you will not miss shots. And the reason these 2 players are so important is because we're going to talk about in a little bit. They open up the floor for the next few characters and archetypes that I'm going to be explaining. So you need the variety here, because difficult shots and deadeye are different things. And for you to have players that have one of each, well, keep in mind you can have any of these, but upgradable badges is what we're talking to specifically here. That's gonna be so damn valuable. I've already seen gameplay of all of these archetypes playing, and it literally clicks. I'm so excited to hop on Pro-Am and just hit people from every different angle. And so as I explained, a 91 shot 3 for the sharpshooter, which is very impressive. Of course, if you reduce the wingspan, then give it the 5+ attribute boost, you now have a 99. And the crazy part is, since I have a sharpshooter, I can give you a little in depth here. He's not as slow as you might think. The sharpshooter this year, in my opinion, actually moves faster and is better defending than an outside player last year. An outside point guard is the player I had last year. And this one moves a lot more smooth. So the speed is 78, which is respectable. You might have a little bit trouble guarding, for example, if you're up against a slasher, but that's going to be expected. You're a sharpshooter. And we're going to be talking about different archetypes that'll help back you up as a sharpshooter trying to play some defense. But everything else is pretty even between the 2, at least defensively. So these are the first 2. Let's move on. We'll go with the small forward and the power forward. The power forward can be the variable for you. Now, he can be really any of these things, but I have a crazy idea that might just work. If you're using athletic finisher, lockdown defender, glass cleaner, or post scorer, you're literally better off creating a center, because then you could have a bigger player. You might be a little bit slower, but you can adjust depending on whether you want speed or strength. But you were literally better off. I don't think there's use for a power forward position in the fucking game. Remember last year everyone had 7-3 centers and then wing players that are fast, then point guards who can shoot lights out. This year it might be similar in that the power forward might be the position you're like, we can stretch at small forward or we can just run 2 centers, either one works. And so I'm actually gonna opt to go with a small forward instead. Alright, so on the initial small forward, every team needs a fucking slasher. Where is he at, yo? Every one of y'all need a slasher on your team, and this is exactly why. Take a look at the badges. Relentless finisher, posterizer, lob city finisher, teardropper, one-man fast break. So if you're on the park, first of all, I can already tell this shit's gonna be cheese as fuck on park sliders. But even running pro-am, if you don't have anyone who can attack the hoop and you're just shooting the ball, that's mad predictable, and people are gonna start playing you like that. Now keep in mind, you can probably win games on pro-am or park, and you just, as long as you're not facing good people. But the second you face good people, that's when all of this shit matters. I think, in my opinion, and we're about to find out how cheese these are, but it really looks like Slasher's gonna have the best badges in the game. And especially if the big men on the other team don't have, what was it, the defensive crasher, especially with lockdown defender. That's what I was looking for. If the other team doesn't have a lockdown defender on their squad and they fuck around and make a stretch 4 or a stretch center, it's gonna be so much problems for them trying to get slammed on by the Slasher right here. And then this last position, I think is just a throw up. You can go small and stretch the floor with another Sharpshooter. You can go post scorer, but to be honest, I'm gonna go with Sharpshooter. Instead of using a power forward stretch 4, I don't think that makes sense because you're gonna be slower in terms of agility and you still can't fucking rebound. So I might as well make my character a little bit faster. And so if we scroll down, I'd rather make a 6'9" small forward Sharpshooter than a power forward stretch big, and I'm gonna explain why. First of all, the more you can stretch the floor, the more the Slasher is gonna be able to dominate, because if the people are too scared to come off of me as a sharpshooting shooting guard and they know double teams coming and the Slasher knows what he's doing, he's about to sauce the other guy 1v1 every single fucking time. And so the more people you're able to get out of the paint to open up the space for him to drive, the better. And so just like all basketball, especially in the NBA nowadays, people are stretching. You got Draymond playing center at the 3-point line, and so now if anybody wants to drive, first of all, you don't even have to be a good driver, but you just have to beat someone one-on-one. That's all you have to do as a Slasher. So maybe if you have like a hierarchy with your friends, the Slasher should be probably the person who can handle the ball the best, because the Slasher is not going to have nearly as good handling as a playmaker, but if he can make moves and get himself open, it's about to be a wrap. Or if you can set off-ball screens and get him open, then it's gonna be a real wrap. And then the Slasher either 6'8", 6'7", so now you have somebody with the fucking 91 driving dunk, up your wingspan a little bit, get your dunk up, and then give the 5+ attribute boost. You got a 99 standing, 99 driving, 99 contact dunk. You will be dominating people. And the open shot 3, horrendous. So this is the one player you're just not gonna, you shouldn't even be at the 3-point line. Somebody should either be setting a pick for you, you should literally be cutting all the time, or have the ball. That's the only thing you can do. No point in spotting up. You'll literally be doing your team a is that a word? You will literally be hurting your team if you try and spot up, so you always have to be cutting with this player. And the defensive attributes aren't even that. That's so crazy, is you can have any archetype and you won't be bad defensively. And so as long as you're not going up against another Slasher, you shouldn't have too much problems playing some defense. And then last but not least is going to be the center, and it goes without saying that I think you need a glass cleaner. Now you can either go glass cleaner or paint protector, but I think you can still be able to play defense 7-3 as a glass cleaner. But y'all know that cheese in 2K, if you don't have a good rebounding stat, somebody will jump up and the ball will magnetically go into their hand, and then bam, the other person got the rebound. And so if you don't have a glass cleaner on your team, and you don't like it, you're gonna run into so much problems. The beautiful thing about the glass cleaner is, especially if you're dominating on the O boards, it's gonna be a wrap. All you gotta do is kick it back, and if somebody's crashing the boards and a sharpshooter's left open, a shot creator's left open, any stretch player's left open, is gonna be a wrap. And so obviously for rebounding purposes, you're gonna need a big who's gonna be able to dominate. The reason I'm not opting for an athletic finisher or a post scorer or a stretch big is because all the other archetypes so far have offensive purposes. And so the one attribute, you can either go with the defensive purpose or the rebounding one. And I just think the rebounding one's gonna be more valuable as a team. It'll get you easy buckets on the offensive boards, and on the defensive boards, the ability to close out and then run immediately on the fast break is gonna be beautiful, especially if you're a Slasher and you got the one-man fast break badge. And so let me know, guys, in the comments, I want you to put together a team of 5 people, 5 archetypes that you think would work the best. Now I've seen all these guys play. I seen how dominant they could be. I haven't seen them play together yet, and so that's gonna be the real test of truth. And so I'll make a follow-up video to this when the game drops and we run Pro-Am, and we'll let y'all know how it goes. Now for our team, Waffleman's a point guard shot creator. I'm a shooting guard sharpshooter. Too Cool is gonna be the small forward slasher. We don't have a power forward yet. That's why I said the power forward can be like it could be the variable position. And then we have Low, who's gonna be the center glass cleaner. And so we have everything set. It was literally hours of, what the fuck are you talking about? That badge isn't even gonna be nice. We don't need a playmaker. The badges are trash on there. It was some crazy arguments that led to these 5 positions. So let me know what you guys think. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like. Maybe it's just me. I'm excited. So much anticipation leading up to the launch of 2K17. I'll catch you guys in the next video. If you guys are new, make sure to subscribe. 2K17 content every single day. And I'm out. Peace.